Hey guys, what's going on? A Button Games here, back on Diablo 3, and today I'm gonna be uploading maybe 2 videos. I might save one for tomorrow, but this first video here that you guys are looking at is we're gonna go over the set dungeon for the Zunimassa Set. Now, for those of you who don't know what the set dungeons are, you need to have the set equipped. You can have the Ring of the Royal Grandeur on and not have all the pieces on. They definitely changed that because I know for a fact you couldn't do that before, unless I'm just an idiot. Now, the other thing is it's really helpful to kind of look up what the objectives are previously, because sometimes you might need, or I highly recommend, maybe a certain legendary item with an effect on it that will drastically decrease the difficulty of the set dungeon. So for example, I happen to know that this set dungeon you need to hit almost all the guys in there with Grasp of the Dead before you kill them. I think it's like at least 80% of the enemies in there you need to hit with Grasp of the Dead. So for those of you who don't know what that is, it's the same skill that's in the categories like, looks like Locust Swarm, Haunt, and then Firebat. So I just assigned this to my X. And the other thing that you want is to have Unbreakable Grasp on. This will remove the mana cost and increase the amount of enemies that are slowed. So that's really good. And then you need these 2 items on. So I have one right here I'm going to throw on. And this is Deadly Rebirth. Grasp of the Dead gains the effect of Rain of Corpses. So that should deal some damage to people. There's no enemies here, so I don't think it's going to do anything. So we have that on, and then the other thing that you need on is you want Wilkens Reach on. This makes it no longer have a cooldown. This is, I think it's kind of essential. It's going to make it so much easier. So now it doesn't have any mana cost or any cooldown, so it should be pretty easy. So I'm going to kind of take you guys where you need to go for the set dungeon. Okay guys, so for this dungeon you want to come to the core of Ret. And what you're going to do is you're basically just going to go straight up, and then the map is going to take kind of like a little curve over to the right. I don't know why am I gesturing with my hands so you guys can see me. The map's going to take a little curve over to the right, and it's at that point that somewhere along the left-hand corner of that curve, you will most likely find the set dungeon. Now, I'm not obviously going to be able to kill these guys with my Rain of Corpses, but the set dungeons aren't based on the difficulty that you have the game in. So right now I'm in a pretty high torment, and I don't have 2 of my good items on, so that really make my builds what it is. So that's why these guys are a little bit difficult, but it won't be the case for the set dungeon. So here it is right here, as you see it. You are worthy to enter. So again, you go to Core of a Ret, you just kind of go straight up, and then eventually you'll find it's right here in this little curve. So you're going to go in there. Take a look at these objectives here real quick. Do not allow any enemies into melee range. Grip 150 enemies in the primary zone. So it's just grip 150 enemies. So definitely do that. No heroes will die while taking fatal damage. Oh, mastery. Complete all objectives within the time limit. Maybe I'll be able to do that. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm not going to call my little pets in just yet. I kind of want to see how tough these guys are first. So these guys are actually pretty easy. So you could definitely do this without doing that. Now, I just realized I have to be a little bit careful because I can't let any of these guys into melee range. So I don't really know what determines melee range in this game. I also don't know if my pets are going to just absolutely demolish these guys before I can even hope to get close to them. So we'll see here. I mean, I'm just going to give it a go. You guys will kind of get the basic idea here down. I'm like I said, I might not beat this on my first try. It might take me a few tries just because I might get unlucky and I might not grip enough enemies, kind of like that. I think I need to get rid of my belts. I think is going to kind of ruin this for me a little bit, but we'll see. Yeah, you know, we're gonna take this belt off here. Summon a fetish sycophant when you hit enemy with a mana spender. Now, it's still technically a mana spender, even though the cost is free. So I think, oh, I can't change it. All right, well. We'll run through it, but as you guys can tell, I don't think that there's any chance we'll be able to do this because I think my pets are just going to kill the guys so damn fast. I'm going to have to let these guys get too close to me, and then it's going to fail because they're going to get into melee range. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll be able to pull this one out here, out of our asses here, but I absolutely doubt it. But hopefully you guys are getting the idea here. I'm thinking that I'm going to kind of just start a little mini-series here going through all the set dungeons and stuff like that. Like I said, I think next, I think I'm going to maybe do like a Barbarian or something. I haven't done my Barbarian in a while. I don't even know if I uploaded any videos of my Barbarian. I might have uploaded 1 or 2. So I definitely want to do that. I think that'll be left. Oh shit, did that guy get in melee range? I mean, he did, but he was probably already dead. And it might not count if he's not targeting me, so that could also be a thing. So maybe if he's targeting my pets and not me, it doesn't count. It's kind of a bummer that I can't put on my, or take my belts off, though. That does kind of suck. Because that's definitely going to make this impossible, I think. I'm at 97 out of 150, but I don't think that there's a lot of enemies in here, so I think I'm already kind of screwed. I think you have to do like 80% of the enemies, maybe even like 85%, unless they changed it. You know, this game updates all the time. They change the difficulty of things and stuff on me, so that is something that this game likes to do. Oh, another thing that I wanted to point out, for those of you who are going by my build, my Poison Dart build, or for those of you who are just, you know, using the Witch Doctor regularly, just note that they changed the Zunimassa's set pieces a tiny little bit. Now, they didn't change the set effect or anything like that, but what they did do is they made it so that the pieces that give to your fetish army damage, that damage cap has been raised. So, let me just kill this guy. So let me just give you guys a little idea here what I'm talking about. So, as you see, it says plus 21% fetish army damage. Now, my old one is at plus 14. That used to only go up to 15% for this particular item, but now it goes up to 20%, or 25%, sorry. So, you know, if you have an older version, you will not be able to re-roll to get that 25%. So, you're going to have to get a newer version. Hey, I did it. Okay, well, we might actually do it. I mean, I guess. I just have to kill the 14 remaining enemies. So I guess we're going to call in everybody here. I have 1:06 left, so we'll see if we can do it. I see you over there. I see all these guys over here, so now I don't have to worry about grasping of the dead, so that's nice. So those guys are all dead. Bang! First try! Okay, so I mean, that's not bad, so we got it. We got a sigil. I think if we beat all these, you get wings and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. So, let's go back here. Let's go back to town. We'll kind of wrap up here. This might have actually been a pretty short video. I apologize for that, but there's a lot of information in here, things that'll make it helpful. So we'll kind of recap, guys. So, set dungeon, core of a ret, top left-hand corner as you're going straight. Really easy to find. The map is the exact same every single time. Next thing you guys will need is I would recommend taking off the Belt of Transcendence if you have it on. I think that made it maybe a tiny bit more difficult than it needs to be. I almost ran out of enemies there. I think I got it with like 14 or 15 enemies left, so it might be doable with this on. Obviously it is, so I just did it, but it might make it a little bit easier if you took this off. And then what you guys are definitely going to need is you guys are going to need Deadly Rebirth. That's going to make it so your Grasp of the Dead can actually kill enemies. That if you don't have the Belt of Transcendence on and you're just trying to spam it, it's not going to kill them. It's just going to slow them down, so you definitely need this on. And then the other thing that is absolutely essential to this, I would think, would be this Wilkens Reach. It no longer has a cooldown. So now it doesn't have a cooldown. Then you go in here and you put the Unbreakable Grasp on, so now it no longer has a mana cost, so you can just spam it, and it increases the amount of enemies that are slowed. This is actually kind of a big deal because this is going to increase the amount of enemies that are affected overall by this, and because you need to just affect 150 guys with it and not necessarily kill them, increasing the area of impact of this skill is going to make it so much easier. And then the Deadly Rebirth, like I already said, so not only is it going to make more of them slow, it's going to increase the area of effect, and that area of effect is also going to be increase the Rain of Corpses, so they kind of play on each other pretty well. So I think I'm going to leave this video here, guys. If you liked it, please drop a like in the video. Follow me at Twitter at abuttongames. Follow me at Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at abuttongames. I cannot talk today. I apologize, guys. Follow me on Twitter. Be on the lookout for my Barbarian one. I got my Crusader to level 70, and then I was saving up a whole bunch of stuff that you guys have been sending me in the mailbox from, like, you know how they drop, like, the gifts and stuff. So he has, like, pretty much a whole bunch of legendaries ready to go, which is going to make it nice for when we want to farm stuff. So be on the lookout for that. And then also, guys, feel free to check out any of my other videos. I upload a lot of random stuff. One of the things I really want to do is kind of do, like, a knockoff Friday or a knockoff Saturday or Sunday. And what I want to do is I want to play kind of knockoff versions of really popular games that might not be as good, but some of them might be like sleepers and they might actually be really good. So be on the lookout for that stuff. And thanks so much, guys. Until next time, see ya!